moving into the political insight. Halloween versus demonic symbolism. So this portion, we will be discussing a bit of the theory, try not to bore you, and then we'll look at two videos, then we'll get into the discussion. The discussion of the theory will be handled by myself and Sandy, and you'll know at the different intervals when we switch. So let's get into it. First thing on the list is the origin and history of Halloween. So Halloween, originally known as Samhain, has ancient Celtic origins and was a festival marking the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter. Over time, it evolved and merged with Christian traditions, becoming All Hallows Eve, the night before All Saints Day. Continuing on. So, the symbolism in Halloween. So, Halloween is rich in symbolism. Costumes allow people to take on different identities, while pumpkins symbolize the harvest, and carving them into jack-o'-lanterns is linked to warding off evil spirits. Ghosts and witches represent the supernatural, drawing from folklore and myth. So, religious perspective. The religious views on Halloween vary widely. Some Christian denominations see it as a pagan or even demonic holiday due to its historical associations. Others view it as a secular celebration with no religious significance. So in some modern pagan traditions, Halloween is celebrated as a spiritual holiday. All right? Psychological interpretations. Psychologically, Halloween offers a safe way for people to confront their fears and embrace the thrill of being scared. You know, like when JP is saying you have $50,000 bill and you're just terrified, you're just embracing the thrill. All right. Costumes also allow for self-expression and exploration of different aspects of one's identity. So entertainment and media influence. We have Halloween has been extensively portrayed in entertainment and media, often highlighting its connection to demonic and supernatural themes. Horror movies, spooky TV shows, and literature contribute to the popular perception of Halloween as a time for encountering the supernatural and the macabre. All right, so now we're going to look at controversial views of Halloween, and I'll hand this over to Sandy. So go ahead.
So let's take a look at the controversial view of Halloween. Its historical origins. Critics argue that Halloween's historical origins in Samhain, a Celtic festival believed to involve interaction with spirits and the dead, lay the foundation for its association with the demonic. They contend that these ancient practices are incompatible with certain religious beliefs. When we look at it from the pop culture influence, so some argue that modern Halloween celebrations have been heavily influenced by pop culture, particular horror movies and the media. And this influence often emphasized demonic or supernatural themes, leading to concerns about the glorification of evil forces. Costumes and symbols. So critics point to the prevalence of costumes depicting demons, devils, witches, and other supernatural beings as evidence of Halloween's glorification of the demonic. They argue that such attire normalizes and even celebrates these dark figures. Religious concerns. So certain religious groups view Halloween as incompatible with their beliefs due to its perceived ties to the demonic. For them, celebrating a holiday with such association may be seen as condoning or glorifying practices they consider sinful. Modern secularization. In some cases, Halloween has been increasingly secularized with its spiritual or historical aspect overshadowed by commercialism and entertainment. This secularization can lead to a focus on the macabre and demonic without consideration for its religious or historical context.
All right, thank you. So at this point, I'm going to ask everyone to ensure you're muted, turn off your phones a bit. We're going to take a look at two quick videos speaking on the matter, after which we'll get right into the discussion. And remember the main topic we're discussing. Halloween, does it have demonic symbolization? Is it just a regular holiday? Persons are blowing through the proportion. So let's take a look at the video and then we're discussing right after.
This is a really serious video I encourage you to watch until the end. I'm a former psychic medium and I truly believe that Halloween was one of many doors open to the demonic for me. In this video, I'm going to share with you the truth about Halloween. It can seem as innocent as bobbing for apples, dressing up just like a little kitty cat or a little mouse or something, all the way to egging houses, demonic rituals, and either way, it's still opening a door to demons. Anton LaVey, the founder of the Satanic Church, loved that Christians would celebrate Halloween once a year and let their kids dress up. He said that dressing up was tantamount to worshiping the devil. I just want to remind you that Satan is the great deceiver. So even what sometimes seems innocent or looks innocent is not. I remember watching a show on HBO when we were kids. We would get so excited for it, my sister and I, and it was really about witchcraft.
Morning, Miss Cackle. Good morning, Miss Hardroom.
Then I get a little bit older, and now I'm already going down the road of tarot card readings, divination, and there comes Hocus Pocus.
Farewell, mortal busboys.
What are those? What's that? Who's that? The hobgoblins. Oh.
Bless you.
Some of our favorite actresses, and the kids are in it, and I loved that movie. Halloween is a demonic holiday that really cannot be redeemed. It's 100% pagan. Last Halloween, I shared a story with you guys here on TikTok about something I had seen that reminded me of the demons that I was seeing when I was a psychic medium.
I first started seeing demons, sometimes I saw creepy, scary, dark animals. So now it's Halloween time and I'm taking a walk and look what I see as decoration, if that's what you want to call it, decoration, like these dead animals. I mean, no. I truly, truly believe that Halloween is worshiping the devil.
The enemy is always trying to get to children, to try to get into the minds of people. And we can see this with Little Demon. If you reference the video I just posted a couple of days ago, it's all over the children's movies, cartoons, toys, bookstores, and for heaven's sakes, home goods. Please understand that even if you tell your kids it's just a movie or it's just for fun, you have no idea what's going on through their mind. And why do you think I care so much? I was a child depressed. I started hearing from demons at a very young age. Children aren't gifted, they are oppressed. You have no idea what's going on through their minds. You don't know what they're thinking. You don't know if they have low self-esteem, low self-worth. They don't measure up. Maybe they're being bullied in school and then they see the witchcraft toy or the chakra balancing bracelet and they go to those things for their hope, whether they're telling you or not. As parents, we need to protect our children, and especially Christians. I pray that you hear this. We are called to be godly parents, not their besties. So trunk or treat? Can anybody say we're celebrating Halloween without saying we're celebrating Halloween? The minute you start changing into those little outfits and worshiping this demonic holiday, you're giving the devil and you're giving him a foothold. And I don't want to see that happen. I get emotional because I was in the New Age for 25 years. I was so oppressed by demons. Anybody who's in the New Age is. There was nothing different about me. I wasn't doing something wrong. I wasn't a prophet gone wild. I was oppressed. Divination is talking to demons. I do not want to see your children go through that. The night terrors, the bad dreams, receiving information, seeing things move, and then that goes into your house. What you're calling ghosts are demons, and they're knocking things down, and these things are happening. And if they're happening to you, you can know now what doors to close in your life. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ. He is the one true light of the world. He is our rescue. He is the only authority over evil, over demons. They shudder at his name. You need him, guys, today. And if you need any more information, please write to me at xpsychicsave.com.
I'm at this Halloween store right now, and they have holy water. You know, it's a container that's really going to be filled with alcohol, mocking holy water. We got the book of Holy Hammer being drunk, the book of how to get smashed and hammered, mocking the Holy Bible. Then we have Sinful Sister dressing up as a nun. A nun is supposed to represent someone who's holy. It's in Catholicism. I'm not Catholic, but this is demonic. It's all evil. Look at all this stuff. Witchcraft. Mockery of Jesus Christ. Mockery of Christianity. This is evil. Turn away from your sins. Do not engage in Halloween. I'm here only to spread light. We're in the last days. We have stores literally for Satanism, the occult, where they're teaching people how to be a witch, do Ouija boards, how to conjure up spirits. This completely demonic. Look at all this witchcraft all over the store, complete witchcraft. I think the store is only open. I literally think this is only open on Halloween. Only open on Halloween. See, a lot of y'all know I speak out against voodoo a lot. We got spirit of Halloween voodoo priestess. They want our children, they want you to be a voodoo priest. This stuff is witchcraft. When you put these stuff on, you're going to take on the spirit and become a witch. You're going to be a witch in your dreams. You're going to be a witch on Halloween. This is completely demonic. Get free from this stuff. And then over here, we have over here witch doctor jewelry set. Listen, people who are in the occult who are witch doctors, they actually use the bones of animals and humans to give them power, to inquire of spirits. This is completely demonic. And we see the voodoo mask, the serpent, the snakes, and everything. Come on. This is completely evil. Wow.
All right. What are your thoughts on that whole situation? And not just the video, the information itself, and from your understanding and experience of Halloween and demonic symbolism and such. Let's talk. Raise your hands. We'll take them in the order in which you raise them. Raise your hands. Let's have a discussion. We have one hand. One hand. All right. Go ahead, Lowell. And you have 90 seconds, okay?
I think that most of these things can be looked at from two perspectives, right? I mean, some persons that do participate in Halloween and all of these just for the fun of it. True. But then sometimes, as I say, you can't really have good without bad. You can't have angels without demons. And sometimes these things do invite these things into our homes. Maybe not willing, maybe we don't do it willingly, but you know, these things do happen from time to time. So the argument that she made though was kind of flimsy because that just seemed like a child really just need to see a psychiatrist, and possibly you need to see a psychiatrist too. But just from my understanding, I mean, yeah, it can be linked to demons and so on. But again, there's no real here nor there on the topic. You know, it's just really what you choose to see it for. It's just like Christmas. Do you really see it as the day of Jesus's birthday, or do you see it more like just for giving and gift giving? It's just, where do you see it? You know, some people take it more serious. I'm gonna be a witch and all of these things, and it does come with its negative consequences, and that's just that. Some people just see it as a day of having fun, and that's just that.
Okay, thank you, Lowell, for that response. We appreciate it. So, Danique, as your hand is raised, you can go ahead. Reminder, you have 90 seconds on the clock.
All right. Good night, everyone. I hope you can hear me louder than you can hear my fan. In my opinion, I think some Christians or persons who proclaim to be Christians tend to blow things out of proportion, especially things that they don't understand or things that they don't align with. I think there's a gray area. I don't think it's just black and white, but Halloween that's commercialized as we know it, I don't think is demonic. I think it's just a day and it's just something that people do for fun and they enjoy and kids enjoy it. Not discounting the fact that people, the whole energies and stuff that can throw things off. But if I don't subscribe to that, then that's not something that's gonna affect me. Belief kill and belief cure.
Okay, Denny, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us. Okay, I see another person in the queue. Go ahead, Fernando, and a reminder that you have 90 seconds on the clock.
So from my point of view, yes, I definitely believe it's an invitation to allow demons or evil spirits in your home. From a Christian standpoint, the scripture says, "Woe unto them that call it evil good and good evil." So even the basic premise of it, you're celebrating Halloween, basically celebrating demons, dressing up like demons, putting on a show, being the devil, the good devil, all of these things. It's basically you celebrating the devil. So from my point of view, it's definitely an invitation. I don't celebrate Halloween, neither Christmas, because those things are not written. So yeah, it's pagan.
Thank you so much for that, Mr. Silvera. We have no more hands raised. I take it that no one else wants to speak on this. Why?
I would like to chip in, if you don't
Okay,
mind.
go ahead.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I came in a bit late into seeing everything, but the video that you were showing with the lady who is coming from a new age background and giving warnings about Halloween, and in response to the comments made from my classmates or schoolmates earlier, it's important to emphasize, it's important that we know the origin of many of these special days, festivals, you name it. And the purpose and the origin of these holidays, for Halloween especially, there is nothing about it that is of great benefit to anyone, whether you are secular, whether you are Christian. And Halloween was originally known as All Hallows Eve, where the Pope at the time wanted to acknowledge the saints who had died. So it is a day of the dead. Now, just like how you have the holy days for Christianity, you also have on the other side their special days that includes Halloween. And the tradition has now become one where it has been marketed to everyone to participate in different traditions like trick or treat, having these parties, dressing up as whatsoever. And what people need to understand is that the origin of Halloween and All Hallows Eve was to acknowledge the dead, and it is very demonic in nature, which is why many of these Halloween movies, you don't see anything coming good out of it, where you have some possession of somebody, you have dolls talking, you have all sorts of things. And whether you're secular or Christian, it is important that you protect yourself, because you see another aspect to it in terms of the spiritual world, where persons are not readily want to believe those things and want to look at it as a gray area, that there's good and bad in everything, and the pick and choose refuse of certain doctrines. So some people won't necessarily want to acknowledge that it is in fact a demonic festival. And so that is why I try to start off with the origin as to what Halloween was about and is still about. And it is being practiced by a lot of occult groups all over the world that wait until a certain time of the year to celebrate it, and they keep up with certain traditions at this point in time that involves you and your children, and there's nothing good about it. I'll just put it like that. But as the time progresses, if it is allowed, I will speak on that if allowed to.
Okay, thank you for that. Unfortunately, you did go over time a little bit. Didn't want to interrupt you though, because you were on the ball. So Dee and Imani, you guys can go. Gentle reminder that you have 90 seconds. When we reach that time, I will have to stop you. So go ahead, Dee.
Hey everyone, good night. Sure, you can stop me because I'm a talker. I think in all of what is being said, we have to be accountable for our own actions. What is happening is, yes, I am a talker. What is happening is that oftentimes we get ourselves involved into things before doing our own research. Traditionally, we participate in things because we have seen it done by our family members, our parents, or foreparents, and we just dive into it. We are at an age right now where we cannot be ignorant about things. We have to know why were certain things brought into practice. We also have to know what was the premise around practicing it. For example, as a Christian, when you study the Bible, there is a word that called, I think it's exegesis, I'm not quite sure, but it means the original hearer for the original word. When something is being said, what was the era that it was being said in? What was the time, the climate, what was happening? And these are the basics of something developing. Could it be like a political era? Could it be like a revolution or a resistance or something? Why these things were created, we have to do our own research and not just follow the popular doing. I think my time is out, I guess. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you're right on time. 5 seconds.
All right, cool.
Thank you. And as I love the people said in the comments, you have a great voice. So let's hear from, I like what the hands going up, Imani. And then Mr. Campbell, after that, we're cutting off. Go ahead, Imani.
Yeah. So here's my take on it. Now, Halloween is my favorite holiday, so of course I'm going to defend it, and it's my favorite because I've done the research. There's a difference between Halloween and All Hallows Eve. Halloween is a commercialized holiday for kids eating candy. All Hallows Eve is a celebration of the end of harvest, just like in slavery times when they used to take the scraps and go make little something, and then we took it as our own holiday because what they call Halloween, we would technically call Boxing Day if we're trying to do it the historical way and connect the facts, right? So I get where the demonics come from, but honestly, guys, the demonics have nothing to do with Halloween. It was just a belief that back in them time, the duppy used to come take the people them food, so them used to have to wear white cloth and anoint them head for enough duppy them so the harvest could have prosper. That's what it stems from. That's where the ghost came from, and then Hollywood took it and run with it. Yeah, so it's not really a demonic holiday, it's just how far we as humans are willing to take things and how far we push things. And then because of how we grab information, the initial or the origin of everything gets lost all the time because of how far we are willing to push our boundaries. So to each their own, but like as someone said before me, please, please, please do your own research. I'm not talk the first thing I come up on Google. Me I talk deep dive into something before you decide to delve into it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Mr. Campbell, go ahead. You are the last person.
It's Miss Campbell. Good
It's
night.
me. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
My apologies.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so with the thought of Halloween being evil, I think this is more like of an opinion thing and how you celebrate it and what you were grown up in. Halloween can just be like a simple holiday for everybody, a simple day. So everybody just dress up in these like cartoon characters, go out to celebrate, get candy. While others, will take like the focus on the like what? The kind quote unquote the dark side of it. And the practice there. So the thing with humans is that they like when there's a chance, they do things, if they can do things where you don't get in trouble, they will do it. And yeah, people just use Halloween as an excuse for stuff. But as I said, it's not even just like based on your opinion and based on what you believe in. Yeah.
Thank you. And before you go, could I ask how you pronounce your first name?
Oh, it's Rogel.
Rogel. Rogel?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. All right. Thank you for your take. And I feel that we all have varying views, a very insightful conversation.